They want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his... check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result. And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jermaine Johnson, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down. Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here, an early 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Going back and looking at last week's tape, just a little too up and down for my liking. It's hard to win consistently in the NFL, Mike, with your quarterback having good plays, good weeks, bad weeks. You want to just level all of that out. Maybe you lose some of the highs, but you prevent some of the lows. And when he was good, he was really good. But when he was bad, those are the back-breaking plays that really are hard to overcome if you want to win consistently in this league.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. They'll look to throw. That one complete to Moore. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Dotson. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's a Browns first down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Off throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Dotson, the man in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That touchdown, #1 for him on the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The Steelers' offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good night.
Now Fields. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go.
So after 1, here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Here we go, tonight.
Off the play action, here's Fields. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It is a big play for the Browns. 41 yards. He'll try the right side this time. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. This one is caught by Dotson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Moore going in motion. Back to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Browns. The extra point is up and through. And the Browns move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
On comes the punter now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Browns offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They send him right out of the slot. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Out.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Right.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. The PAT up and good. And the Browns will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone. Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. He's going to tuck it and go.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Here we go. Right.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Timeout here. That's their second.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here we go, son. Good night.
Second down. It's Fields. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Warrior 70.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the third. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30. here's 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate.
Don't jump. Ready?
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. If you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Whoa. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's complete left side to Pickens.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. This one from 52 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's game...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Steelers has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, son.
Now a handoff running right. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go, son. Son.
To throw is Fields. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
So, 3 quarters. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And this will be incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession?
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been... all game long.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. The extra point is good. And the Browns are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Throwing is Fields. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now he'll run it. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Set.
Fields. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 11 yards on the pass there. That's a Steeler first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Set.
Now, Fields. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. First down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. And now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
Set.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
He'll drop to throw. Downfield for Njoku. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Browns getting their punting team out there. And And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Oh.
To throw is Fields. And he's going to... Again, he has been under fire all game long. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Field. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.